Hey, look up this young fighter called the Monster. You ever hear Monster?
No.
Naoya Inoue is currently dominating the bantamweight division after enrolling himself into the World Boxing Super Series. And like a wave machine, he is making a bigger and bigger splash from across the pond in the constantly innovative, interesting country of Japan.
Because the man nicknamed the Monster has just produced another devastating display.
Listen, you'll put 8 ounce gloves in anyone can bang. I'm gonna smash him, I know I am. Yeah, he's got the nickname Monster, but he's not, you know, I think I beat him easy.
Naoya Inoue looking to tee off with that right hand, left hand, and McDonald sags into the ropes again, and Luis Pabon, the referee.
Hailing from Kanagawa with his younger and current world champion brother Takuma Inoue, the brothers are setting out to create an unforgettable night of pugilism, with Naoya being the headliner. His opponent is the Filipino Flash Nonito Donaire, a grizzled, experienced, and frightening fighter with a left hook that could make Deontay Wilder's right hand look like a jab from Maxi Rosenblum in the right light. Would this be the end of Naoya Inoue's 3-weight division tear-up that began from only his 5th professional fight? Or would Donaire learn respect that even Guillermo Rigondeaux couldn't teach him in their infamous battle? Welcome back to Boxing After Dark. Tonight, we're watching 2 active legends in one of their most exciting, action-filled, and memorable nights in recent boxing memory, with more emotional resonance than a Shakespeare play and bloodshed that carries prom night. Let's get into it. Naoya Inoue is seemingly untouchable, with only 18 fights to his name, yet 13 world title fights, all by way of victory and 12 by knockout.
I remember coming out in the first round and I just found his presence very, like he hadn't even thrown a shot and I felt him.
It seemed that his crippling power and vigorous aggressiveness seemed to break down his opponents before they'd even met in the ring. And while many fighters have won titles and supplied some underwhelming title defenses, this isn't the case for Inoue. While the lower weight divisions often find themselves the butt of many jokes for casual fans, true boxing connoisseurs can look at Naoya's resume and find wins that would stand out on any Legends record.
118?
Yeah,
Who the hell fights in that f***ing division?
Bantamweights.
Yeah, but who?
Some bad yeah, some killers. He beat him so easy.
Most notable is the demolishing of Omar Narvaez, a junior bantamweight champion on his 12th title defense over a decade without a loss. Another that stood out from the get-go was Jamie McDonnell, a fighter who also hadn't lost in a decade and rehydrated more than a gallon of water and Canelo on fight night, which Inoue made short work of in his first fight at the bantamweight division. And now, with the prospect of getting another seasoned warrior scratched off his hit list, it seemed Inoue's hunger for greatness was at a near unreachable level of fulfillment, because not only was Inoue a 3-weight title winner, but if he beat Donaire, he'd have got 3 of 4 belts needed for an undisputed championship.
Hand pop. 1, 2. Stab it. Feint it right hand. Good work.
Nonito Donaire was no Inoue. He was not a guns-blazing maniac with seemingly untamable wildness. But one thing they shared was power. Donaire didn't break your body down, he'd break your soul instead, and send it down to the fiery pits of hell with often one well-timed left hook.
I was given this opportunity to be part of an amazing tournament. And I decided, you know what, wow, I know I can make it. We're gonna go out there and try to kill each other. And that's just the warrior mentality that we have inside.
The night arrived on November 7th of 2019. And while Takuma had let down the Inoue household just 20 minutes prior with the first loss of his career and failure to defend his bantamweight title, it seemed only to fuel Naoya's fire more than it already had been. Inoue and Donaire give each other a stare down that would make a young George Foreman quake in his boots as they touch gloves, and the bout begins.
A younger version of himself into his 30s. Stiff right hand lands that time. And Donaire comes back with that famous left hook. Both men exchanging. WBC and WBO straps too.
The variation's brilliant. Head, body.
When they go, they really go. Warning signs for him that if he does overcommit, he will be tagged. Say about Donaire, he's never been overawed of his opponent in the glory years of his career.
Just a lovely left hook there.
While Donaire comes into the middle of the ring some more, Inoue lines up some incredible power punch combinations. But after staggering his opponent halfway through the round, Donaire comes back with a literally cracking left hook that is now known to have broken Inoue's eye socket and open a small but salvageable cut.
Above that cut, just trying to shield it from
For a second that Inoue, the 4-weight world champion.
where his body needed to be.
You know,
Matching his footwork, keeping him against the ropes. Left hook to left.
really is, you know,
Left hook just on the way out, but then he eats one.
good stuff. Good short left hook went in and again from Inoue.
A decade now as well. Lovely left hook. Right hand, beg your pardoners. This stage in the contest, Donaire walking forward into, as you said, was Donaire's plan.
It's the second half of the contest, not having to have done much. The first 4 rounds have gone. But yeah, it's all going to plan so far for Donaire, in my opinion.
But as you say, Inoue just in the ascendancy.
Try and pick these counter shots, counter left hook there. You know, I touched on it earlier on the show. You know, the fact that Inoue, that's a good right hand.
One bit and
More about the shots. There you go, see the jab there, beautiful, but over the...
past the test so far. But both of the men in the final room, just as we say it, the right hand lands. Check left hook from Donaire. He's
Very shortly, looking to counter that.
over a decade his senior front way, because perhaps we expected it from Pro Gray and Taylor. We didn't.
Superb. 5.5 rounds. He still looks fairly comfortable, but Inoue, he's starting to find the target a bit easier now.
Given the leather that he's taking and the old champion ground to be, that will be staying with him a touch the second half of the fight. Inoue lands a check left hook there. Just takes one contest to remove that.
Regardless of the result, this will hold him in good stead. Having experience.
Oh, lovely double jab right hand there from Donaire.
Something to be very impressed with. You know, they understand, very quick, very spiteful. Good work again from Donaire coming forward.
Absolutely fine either way. It's fair to say he's achieved everything that he could have. He will see the patterns of movement. It's a case of whether doubt to the likes of Roberto Duran.
Round 8 is undeniably Donaire's best round. He lands a plethora of clean right hands in the opening half, and Inoue's cut opens up again in the closing.
So from the old champion have gone down. I don't know what the odds would have been on it. Wouldn't have got much though.
Takes the space away from his opponent so well. But that's a good right hand.
5 or 6 in the last half a minute.
Taking some good shots from Donaire.
Donaire just reminds him why his reputation as a puncher is.
I see Donaire throw the left hook a bit more now.
The right hand again. Donaire just beginning to swell a little bit.
Oh!
Counter right hand from Nonito Donaire.
Wow!
Inoue rocked to his boots. All eyes are on the old champion. Stiff right hand lands. Chance against Atul. And what reserves he does have left.
Back comes Donaire.
And the left hand off the back of it from Donaire. Inoue rips to the body, head snapped back by that left hand, which is
Donaire stalking his man.
to still be there, still firing back, and arguably in the ascendancy.
It must be hard to not believe your own hype, and doubt can kick in. Oh, good right hand.
Inoue's round.
Oh, and again.
But he hurt Donaire there, and he did. Goes a little flat-footed for the first time in a while.
Doubt can kick in, but this is good stuff from Inoue.
First time in the round. Inoue starting to pick those shots. The bell came at just the right time.
What a fight, honestly, brilliant. And look at Inoue, what a warrior. And
He's still here, championship rounds. Right, sense the shots landing cleanly.
What variations, head, body. Lovely work from Inoue. This is class. Really get behind him. That's a lovely left to the body. Lovely shot. I don't know what the ref's doing. Oh, he's counting now. That was a lovely left to the body, Chris.
1 minute 35. Has he made the count? He's up.
He's really hurt.
Tries to hang on. It's a long, long time to survive in there over the last 11 rounds. But is this the end? Inoue pours forward. Right hand lands. 10 seconds on the clock. As Inoue opens up again. Sinks the left into the body. Remarkable, remarkable round. One of the best rounds of the year so far, Dan. What a pleasure to call.
That was amazing. Don't expect Donaire to let some big shots of his own go. Credit. Take my hats off to the preparation.
His work rate has rarely dropped. It's just this where age and youth, and they will want him to finish. He's been a credit to the sport of boxing over the last nearly 2 decades as a professional.
After a tremendous display of respect and what many believe to be the best fight of 2019, the scorecards are revealed.
Here are your score totals. As at 116, 111, 117, 109, 114, 113. Still undefeated, Naoya, the monster!
While many to this day regard this as Inoue's hardest fight, it's a testament to his greatness that even with one of the harshest possible injuries to get in the ring with, a broken orbital bone, he still came out on top.
And I asked their team if I can borrow the trophy, to borrow the trophy because I promised my kids. What I say, I will do. And something that I've always wanted to teach my kids is integrity. If I say something, I'm going to do it.
Thank you, Mr. Inoue, and congratulations.
Since this fight, Donaire had become a title winner yet again, crowning himself the oldest bantamweight champion of all time at 38.
The oldest bantamweight champion in history!
2 fights after capturing such an achievement, he unfortunately lost it to guess who? Naoya Inoue, in an undeniably more harrowing loss than the first, with it being a brutal second-round knockout, making Inoue an undisputed bantamweight champ 1 fight later after his dismantling of the tricky, talented Paul Butler. While Donaire hasn't officially broke the news on retirement, whether he does or doesn't, he has a very safe place in the Boxing Hall of Fame. In the hearts of all true boxing fans, with a long list of accomplishments and a lovable persona, the Filipino Flash will remain an unforgettable champion of pugilism. Naoya Inoue, along with the aforementioned winning of the undisputed bantamweight claim, has since moved up to super bantamweight and become the undisputed champion yet again, making him one of only 2 fighters, along with Terrence Bud Crawford, to become undisputed in 2 weight divisions in his 4-belt era. Inoue's journey has been a joyride to witness so far, and while it seems this slaughter train has no intent on stopping his race through the divisions, it's clear that the only thing that can match his talent is his will to continue, being what many regard as the pound-for-pound #1 fighter in the world.